Minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes? No? Okay. Seeing none, the minutes are approved. Next, we have appointments. This is for the Community Service Advisory Board. Somebody from Health, Jen Parmalee. Hi. Yep, go to the podium. Yep, and I think the mic is on, Jen. Yep.
Can you hear me? Oh, yes. Good afternoon or morning. I'm Jen Parmalee. I'm the Deputy Commissioner for the Department of Children and Family Services. Thank you so much for your consideration of these appointments for the Community Services Board. Real quick clarification or introduction, the Community Services Board serves as an advisory function for the mental health, substance use, and developmental disability services within the public mental health system within Onondaga County. And in front of you, you should have the list of names and resumes.
Questions? Dan?
Okay. That's why I got two. There we go. Just a comment, like I had said in the last session that we voted on, I don't want my vote to reflect any of these individuals as people. So just making sure that they don't take that personally and know that that's not a reflection on them personally.
Thank you.
Do you have any concerns with the people that have been presented, though?
Personally, I think that we should have a discussion after January 1st.
Okay. Any other questions? Brian?
I don't know if you mentioned it, Colleen. I'm sorry, I was in the hall talking. These are the county executive appointments, not
Right.
ours.
Yep. These are not the legislature. So we have absolutely no authority. We just confirm or we
don't
right.
control or influence the names, timing,
Right.
any of that stuff.
Right.
So, for what it's worth, thanks.
Yep. Okay. Any other questions for Jen? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve?
Second.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? Okay. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Next, again, is a county executive appointment for the Ethics Board, Matt Malinowski. Any questions? If there are, Brian Donnelly's here to answer them. Does anyone have any questions on the appointment of Matt Malinowski to the Ethics Board? No? Charles?
No questions. Wonderful addition.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? Two opposed. Okay. Thank you. Next is the District Attorney's Office.
Morning, folks. Joe Kulikin from the District Attorney's Office. I am here. We are attempting to fill our vacant victim assistance supervisor position. It is a crucial position to the functioning of our office and the service we provide to victims and survivors of homicides. Requires a person to deal with a lot of trauma on a day in, day out basis. Currently, with a three-step, the base pay is $62,300. With a three-step upgrade at $65,000, as the numbers are reflected. We're just simply trying to provide a wage that will attract a qualified person. And I'm here for any questions if anybody has any.
Questions? No? Brian?
Just that this is a continuing theme of trying to improve and make more marketable the jobs in the DA's office. It's a competitive environment, and these are the kind of things we have to have an open mind to moving forward. It's job markets, living in the private sector, I can speak firsthand for how tough the job market is right now from a competitive standpoint. So
Right.
we're doing the right thing.
Yep. Charles?
A wonderful opportunity, the services that they've been providing for years, I know for a fact, so I'd like to co-sponsor this if possible.
Good. Okay. Any other questions? No? Do I have a motion to approve? Nadisha, is that a motion to second? Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you, folks.
Next is facilities. Archie?
Good morning, folks. We're here today to ask you folks to approve and authorize the transfer between some accounts within my department to balance my budget for the year. If you folks remember when I presented to the budget, I did mention that we kind of were looking towards balancing with some funds from different budgets. I said we would balance the budget, but I might be short in one or two, and this is the reconciliation of it. Specifically, we're taking some savings from my employment lines and putting them into my service lines, my 410 and my 413 account, of a total of $468,000, $468,138. Most of the service accounts ran over because they are not on the same contracting cycle that our budget cycle is. So most of these contracts were renewed or rebid off budget cycle. So we were finding out that they were coming in higher. We weren't able to properly, place those in our budget with perfect accuracy. Postage went up. We don't get any advance notice if the U.S. Postal Service is increasing their postage rates. And utilities are coming in a little bit higher now. Some rate increases. Usage we've held the line on, but the rate increases with National Grid have caused some shortfalls in those accounts. If anybody has a question on why we're able to save from my employment lines, I knew because my fiscal people had let me know that we were going to come short in a couple of these accounts. So what we did is we delayed filling some vacancies for periods of time in order to accumulate enough funds because we knew we were going to have to do some transfers. I have one person that's on military deployment. I have to fund and keep that position open, but still on military deployment. And I had another person that's been out on medical leave for quite some time, but he's not on our payroll. He's out of his benefit time. So we took it out of a couple of employment lines and one of the benefit lines. We're asking you to allow us to move it over into the 410 and the 413 account. And
Archie, is this going to be a problem for next year? Have you modified that in the 2026 budget, or you think you might have some same issues?
so as you know, our fiscal department uses a formula, with the pro forma. So we use an escalation that we think is going to be able to cover it. But then, when National Grid rates go up
Right.
without any notice, postage goes up, and, some of the labor market has a big impact on our service accounts. And those service accounts are like our janitorial, our security, our trash, snow removal, window cleaning, chillers, things like that.
You don't know?
Until we know how competitive the market is, we don't know where that's going to land
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah.
We try our best.
Right, okay, thank you. Any other questions?
I just wanted to
Christie?
say we have factored the increases into utilities.
You did do an,
Increases
okay,
into the
thank you.
2026 budget.
Okay. Dan? No? Brian, any questions? No, everybody's all set? Do I have a motion to move? Second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
Next is water environment protection. The first resolution is to schedule a public hearing in connection with the proposed improvement for the Onondaga County Sanitary District. I just want to read that this is due to timing issues with the legal publication notice. Bond counsel has asked the county to adopt a resolution. Again, we had already done this, resetting the original public hearing date from December 16th for the improvements for the sanitary district to accommodate this notice of a special session that was sent out yesterday. The public hearing will now be set for Monday, December 29th at 10:25. The approval of the bond resolution for the improvement of this sanitary district, originally slated for December 16th, will now be on December 29th at a special meeting set for 10:30, right? Yeah, 10:30. Does everybody understand that that was a timing with the legal notice and that that's why we're redoing this again? Okay? You can go ahead and go to, or do I have a motion on that? Second, all in favor? Opposed, motion carried. Okay, thank you. Or go to B.
Okay, so it's the resolution approving proposed improvements for the Onondaga County Sanitary District in and for the County of Onondaga. This is in regards to the on the similar vein of the public hearing. It's in regards to the Oak Orchard municipal project. And pretty much this is, again, in line with the presentations that we've had with the legislative bodies over the previous weeks, just giving updates and just trying to be as transparent as possible.
Good. Any questions for Odine that haven't been answered in all of our different committees and sessions and everything? Brian?
I just want to say, as one legislator, I appreciate the effort to ramp everybody up with the information meetings,
Yep.
side conversations when other questions needed to be answered. You guys have been available, and as thorough as you can be. There are limitations within this process that prohibit some of the detail from really being clarified until we get to next steps. There's an order to things. And then, of course, I think the committee process has been good, and this sort of restart for the 29th gives us another opportunity to talk about it, so that's just
Right.
kind of icing on the cake. So thank you for that. It's appreciated from over here at the legislature, for
Yeah.
sure.
Happy to help.
Good. Any other questions? Do we have a motion on that? Second, all in favor? Opposed? Okay. 2 opposed? Okay. Okay. Thank you. You can go on to C.
2 opposed?
2.
Okay. No, did you didn't?
You're opposed? Was it 3 opposed? I know.
Changing her vote. She changed it.
Okay. So 3 opposed to 2. 3. I'm in favor of it. Okay, so Dan, Brian made the motion, Dave seconded it. All in favor? Opposed? Okay, it's a tie, 3-3. Okay. Okay, you want to go on to the second one? I don't know. Now just can you just go on to session? It'll go on the session agenda. Yeah. Keep going.
Okay, so for C, which is a resolution authorizing the issuance of $515 million in bonds of Onondaga County, and it's to pay the cost of improvements for the sanitary district, which was, again, discussed earlier. Once again, this is something that we've brought to the group, and we've had presentations on it. I guess this is the final portion of that.
Okay. Questions? Is there questions on it? No? Brian? Okay. Okay. And again, I think that a lot of information has been distributed. I don't think there should be any questions at this point. I think that you have presented everything that you could. There's been all kinds of information distributed, so.
And we are open to additional questions after the fact, absolutely, right? We're always willing to answer what we can.
Okay. I'm going to just say this has been considered and we won't vote on it then. Okay.
And I don't know if it's on, I just want to say you're right. Thank you for all the work that you do, and thank you for all the information that you did provide us and answered all the questions that we had previously.
But then there's no comments, and then there's 3 no votes.
Right, we don't
Guys, we can't
understand.
put politics ahead of, a process that's been, as vetted out as it could possibly be at this point. And yes, I'm perhaps venting a little bit, but then to have no questions and then to make a political vote, we need to be better than that. That's
It's,
all
you
I'm
know,
saying. Thank you.
I just want to say, sometimes you get those questions answered, right? And you make your decisions from the answers of the questions. So sometimes you don't need more questions if you already have the questions answered, and you make your decisions from those questions.
This is the open meeting. This is where we discuss it.
Well, and again, if you feel the way you do, should you share that, why you're against it with the rest of the people? I mean, no? Dan?
Oh, man. Did I get, no, that one works. So we had an EP meeting just 2 days ago. I expressed my concerns there, had lots of questions. I have more questions, and I plan on setting up a meeting with the administration to find out the answers to those questions. I haven't been able to set up that meeting yet, and so I'm looking to get that. If you look at the first whereas for 4B, it states a document that was created November 17th. That document is the map plan and report that was given to us. In that document, there are 4 numbers. Those 4 numbers were referenced in the EP meeting 2 days ago, and we were told that those are not accurate numbers. Those are the only numerical digits that I've seen, both in our private meeting, in EP this month, in the last EP meeting, and up until now. So without that information, I'm just not able to give my vote. I'm happy to support this, and I think this project needs to go forward, but I have to do my homework and my due diligence to make sure that I have the information that I need to vote yes.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Is there any, do you have any comment on that?
As far as the numbers go, I would defer to Christie.
The numbers that are in the map planning report are done by our consultants. They are.
Christy, I can't hear you that well.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, there you
So
go.
the numbers in the map planning report were done with our consultants to put it together. I'm not saying that they're inaccurate. What I'm saying is there's more work to be done as we refine the costs, the timing of bonding. So that's just based on the total overall number. It doesn't factor in the additional units that'll be brought into there. So to give a true number on what sewer units will be, there's more work that needs to be done to be able to give this group an accurate number. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying those numbers are inaccurate based on the information that's in there, but it will not be the true cost. So there's a lot of work to be done in terms of the timing of when we actually go out to bond, as we talked about chasing the spend, talking about what additional, with the growth up there, what additional units will be coming on and when. So there's many things that we're working on both internally in my office, as well as the consultants, to be able to refine those information to provide the best information to this group.
Okay.
And that's just with most projects that, as the timing goes on and the schedule of the bonding, we can't tell you exact rate of what the rate is going to be for the bonds until we go out and continue keeping our credit rating and things like that. So there's so many multiple factors that factor into that I cannot accurately give you a number at this very moment.
Okay. Sydney?
If I may, thank you, Christy. And I think we discussed the other day, too, all along, as is standard in any of these projects, we start at a very low percentage of design, which we have to use to estimate, and we keep refining it, and we keep value engineering it. So why I appreciate the question, Dan, and we've had this discussion, and I think we tried to give you as much as we have. We are still, as Christy says, working on value engineering all of the project.
Does that help a little bit?
Like I said, I want to set up a separate meeting to understand all of it a little bit better, because I have a list of questions. I had a number of questions in EP. It was offered that we have a separate meeting, and I plan on setting that up. It was 48 hours ago, and I just haven't been able to do that yet.
Okay. So I'm going to just, again, Dan.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the way we do this, the 515 million is the worst-case scenario. It could be significantly less than that, but this gets the process started so we can refine things further and, get to market to get the best rates and best construction prices.
Right.
So.
If you got to keep this moving forward, and that's the way the consultants do it. I've worked in government my entire life. In every project, every capital project that I've been involved in, this is the same way. You don't know the final until you get to the final. This is a process that you go through to start, and that's what we're doing. Or we don't do nothing. So, thank you. I'm not going to vote on it. We'll just take it into consideration. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next is community development.
Does the red mean it's on?
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm here today to ask for a fund balance transfer to our Shape Up for Veterans program for $150,000. The program has been very successful. To date, we've completed 50 jobs, and there's 4 jobs currently under contract. And it's a good program, and so we'd like some money to keep it going through the next year. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Do you think this is enough to get you, what is it for the 4 that are currently going, or how many more?
The 4 are out of previous funds.
Okay,
But I do think this is, so we average $15,000 a job.
Yeah.
Some are a little higher, some are a little lower.
yeah,
So this will get us 10 jobs over the course of this next year. And when you mix that in with all the other programs we're running, I think this is a good amount of money to get the projects done and not have money just sitting there that we're not going to use in the next year.
yeah. Do you have a waiting list right now?
We currently have, I believe, 8 applications. And so we can probably take a couple more. And then if people apply, we'll take their application and hold it until we have more funding after that.
Good, good. Brian?
Thank you. Great program, Marty, and I'm glad we're able to consider doing a little bit more with it today. The income threshold was prohibitive at the beginning. Has that changed at all, or are we still there, and are we just now getting more traction with the structure that we put in place?
The income level matches so we have a regular Shape Up program that we run with HUD funds. So we use the income levels that match the federal level. So a family of 4 making $82,800 is considered 80% average median income. But the income doesn't seem to be the big change between the regular Shape Up and the Shape Up for Veterans is that the regular Shape Up has a 62-year-old or higher, where with the Shape Up for Veterans, it can be any age as long as they were dishonorably discharged and meet the requirements, income requirements.
Honorably discharged.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Oh, that was a slip up, huh? So Charles, you're not eligible because you were honorably discharged. Thank you, David.
Chairman?
Thank you, Marty. Great program. Glad to support it here today and bring it forward. There was some discussion earlier in my time that we would take, to Brian, Leader May's point, that we would take a closer look at the program and possibly make some changes there. We ran out of time to do that. But you know, this is a great program that's been utilized by many folks. There is also a concern about rising costs to do these projects, but this would fill the need that we have in front of us today. And so I would appreciate everybody's support, and we will, I would imagine we would continue with this program going forward, but there's a need today, and appreciate your support. Thank you, Marty.
Thanks.
Okay.
No, Deja?
Like everyone keeps saying, great program. I would be honored to give support for this today. I have many family members who are veterans, and I'm glad that the salary amount still allows them to still receive their benefits that they need.
Thank you. Dave?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm, proud to sponsor this great program. And again, the goal of this is to keep veterans in their homes. And so especially for older veterans or disabled veterans, these improvements to their house that can, again, keep them there is very, very important. So proud to support it. And, maybe if we have some end-of-year funds, we can revisit it in, next year. Thank you.
Okay, good. Charles?
Yeah, wonderful program. Nice to know that I'm eligible. Thank you. I'd like to co-sponsor it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I'll move it if you.
Move it, yep. Second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
Next is personnel. Carl?
Morning. We have 2 personnel resolutions today. First one, 6A, excuse me, is transfer of function. Personnel department over the past several years has been consolidating payroll functions within the personnel department. They used to be, each department used to do their own payroll. We've taken over the payroll processing for 19 departments so far, and we presently do that with 7 full-time employees. This is the next step. We're going to be taking the payroll processing duties from WEP, but we can't take on such a large department with our current staff. They're maxed out, so we need to transfer the positions and the encumbered staff from WEP to the personnel department. So this resolution will do that in accordance with Civil Service Law, Section 70.2. Any questions?
Is there 2?
2 positions, Clerk 2 and a Clerk 3.
Yep.
They're both encumbered.
Questions? Make a motion?
Move.
Second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Okay, 6B is a resolution continuing to utilize the New York State HELP program. That's the Hiring Emergency Limited Placement Program that came out after COVID, when the state was having difficulty doing exams. The state has now transitioned to a project. They're doing a civil service transformation project where they're going to be making some significant changes to civil service and to the way in which they do testing and scoring. And while they're working on that, they can't do a whole lot of examinations. They're pretty much just doing public safety and some promotional exams. So they extended the program so that we can continue to hire people and not have them sit in provisional appointments for many years. This gives them a pathway to move into a competitive appointment after serving in a help title non-competitively for a year. So we're simply adding more positions. There have been some newly created positions, and there are some that simply through turnover have now become vacant, and we don't want people sitting in provisional status for a long time. It's unfair to them. So all the positions here are either one or the other of those categories.
Does the state have a projected deadline on their modification?
Good question. Yeah, they're aiming for the end of June, and that's what they're stating. I'm skeptical.
Okay.
But the program, the HELP program, is currently authorized through the end of June. It's likely it'll be extended until the end of 26.
Okay.
I think Dan had a question.
Yeah, I think it was that same question, but I didn't actually hear that question that's going till June, because my question was the long-term plan from the state with the HELP program. Was that what your question was?
I asked what the deadline was for the modifications that they're proposing is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the HELP program will go away when the state fully implements their transformation project. You know, we have limited details on it. Unfortunately, the state doesn't view the local civil service jurisdictions as partners or stakeholders. They view us as clients, so they bring us in after they decide to do something and tell us how to figure out how to fit our work into it. It's been difficult. I've voiced these concerns. There were a series of roundtables recently I went to and voiced those concerns, but you're not going to change their mind. They're going to do what they're going to do, and we're going to have to live with it.
Got it. And that June response was when you were,
June,
follow up to that,
June
was when you think
30th
that's going to come out and you,
At,
okay.
at the moment,
Yeah.
June 30th is the date that they say that they will have their transformation done, and then the HELP program will end. I said I was skeptical that they'll hit that
Got
date.
it. So they'll
So
extend
we'll
it.
see probably February, March, April timeframe if they extend it for the remainder of 26.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to make you repeat that. I just
No,
couldn't
that's,
hear.
that's fine.
Any other questions? No?
Just
Oh, Dave.
real quick. Thanks for all your work on this. I know this is a mountain of paperwork for each one of these, and so, but it's really been, in my estimation, certainly from this angle, incredibly successful for us locally here, the HELP program. I mean, so I just wanted to thank you for going through the bureaucratic nightmare.
I appreciate it, and I'll pass that on to my staff that actually have to deal with the
Yeah,
work, not me. They are doing mountains of paperwork to keep this going, and they've been doing a wonderful job.
Absolutely. I'll move it.
Okay, second? All in favor? Opposed? You're in favor? Okay, motion carried. The first one, the WEP one, I thought I did a motion on that. Didn't I? Okay, so that was just for the HELP one. That's
All
it?
set?
Yep, all set.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Next is purchasing. Dan?
Morning. This is a transfer resolution to transfer funds from our contractual services line into a project account so we can continue with our contract management system. I'll take any questions.
Yeah, can you just explain a little bit the contract management system? This is the one that is online?
Not online per se, but it's a system that is meant to manage the entire contract process, the entire life cycle of it. So the start of the contract, from the formation of the template all the way through to tracking expirations and renewals and insurance and everything in between.
Okay.
So right now, everything's kind of ad hoc, and this will improve efficiencies all around.
Okay, so this is, okay, so you're going to put it all into this?
Yes, and so
Okay.
we're reviewing and revising things on our end first to then be ready for the contract management system rather than get a system and build it on top of something before it's finalized.
Is this in an in-house system, or you're contracting with?
No, like DocuSign has these things, you know, Microsoft SharePoint, these are common systems that exist out there, and we want to find the right system for us, but we want to make sure that our house is fully in order before we go forward.
Okay, questions? Any questions? No? Okay.
Move it.
Move it, second? All in favor? Opposed, motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is Kathleen from Finance.
Good morning. So 8A and 8B are related. They are tied together. We had an error in the school taxes where Tessie Plastics was supposed to have a pilot agreement where they would have gotten no tax bill. Unfortunately, at some point earlier this year, they got put back onto the rolls. So they did get a tax bill. This was a very large amount. The school district could not absorb that. That was not something that they could just give back. So we worked with the school and with the rest of finance and everybody else to look at how that could make sure that the school wasn't hurt by the issue very much. So the first step would be we pulled the erroneous school bill onto the county town bill, technically. This way, we still made the school whole, and now we have to adjust our bill. The error was corrected before any of our taxes were levied, so we're not losing any county money. This is just for the school monies so that the Jordan Elbridge is made whole. And now we've worked with the pilot program and OSIDA to negotiate how the school's going to repay the money back to us. So first step is forgive the bill for Tessie, and that is 8A. So that's a standard correction of error. I don't know if you want to do them together. Okay. 8B is the modification to the pilot repayment. So basically, the county, OSIDA is sort of reimbursing the money up front, and now the school is going to take less in terms of, you know, the payments from the pilot for a certain number of years. So that's what 8B is to renegotiate that so that the county will get more each year of that pilot.
Questions?
Yeah, it's
Really?
It's complicated.
Well, yeah, so I think the first thing to point out, and we should always point it out when we hear about it, just take note of the fact that the county made the district whole.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's a policy a management policy that the county employs that is very significant for all local municipalities. That's huge when these things happen. So just to follow the timeline, Tessie went from having a pilot to not having a pilot, or did they make a pilot?
Jump in for a second. Can I jump in for a second? So what happened was there's a pilot on the Tessie parcel. The town assessor made an error and accidentally put one piece, not the whole parcel, back on the tax rolls, which kicked off a tax bill that was erroneously sent to them because it is still part of the pilot agreement. So that's number one in correcting that error. Step 2 is amending, the pilot will be amended, but what it is doing is basically the legislature has to vote anytime there is a deviation on a pilot. Each town gets their represented percentage. If there's a deviation from that percentage, then the municipalities have to vote on that. So what we're doing is there's no change to the actual tax payment or the pilot payment that Tessie will be sending out each year. What does change is instead of the school getting a certain dollar amount, now that portion is going to go to the county to reimburse that 200 and some odd dollars that there was.
You're kind of amending the,
That leads me to my next little
Sure.
point of clarification. And maybe you just clarified it, but I'm
Yeah, absolutely.
So, does the school district have a pilot in place?
Yes,
Are they
so the-
supposed to have a pilot in place for
So the pilot is in place, it's one pilot, and what the pilot does is break down what the town gets, what the school district gets, and what the county gets. So all that this is doing is modifying between the school district and the county, the percentages they're gonna get in the last 4 years of the pilot. No dollar amounts changed, they're just going to repay what we're upfronting them basically this year, so they were not hurt on the school tax bills because it was no fault of the school districts.
Understood. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Chris, do we have a document in place with Tussie that says that they're going to pay that back? Or is
So
that?
it's actually no change in dollar amount that Tessie's going to pay at all. But yes, Tessie, the amended pilot will be signed by Tessie as well.
Okay.
That just changes the proportion.
Okay.
We're just breaking down,
Yep.
adjusting the amounts within the pilot.
Within the pilot.
The overall dollar amount stays the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the county is getting more of that pilot
Right.
payment.
Right, okay. Okay, any other issues, questions,
I'll
concerns?
move A.
Okay, we got to do them together?
We can do them both.
Do it
Okay, I'll move A
both
and B.
together, A and B, okay. Second, Nodisha, you got a question or you're seconding? Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Well, here, do you want to go through
I'm
your
staying
other?
here, I'm staying here.
Yeah, and these we can all take together, so if you want to go through and just talk.
8C are the 2026 town rates. So we've gone through the process, we've run those rates, we've had them signed and verified by the towns. So we've got the village rates for the town and the county for everybody.
Yep.
Does anyone want any more specifics? or-
No.
Okay. So that's 8C. And then 8D, E, F, G, I think it goes through I. Yep. H and I are the water district tax, the Southwood Jamesville and Warner and all of those, just the resolutions, the annual.
These are establishing the rates for the bills that are going to be coming out for those different districts.
Yes.
And then J and K are standard resolutions that we do every year, allowing the comptroller's office to move the encumbrances. Correct?
Yep, so those are just our year-end transfers. One is for our interdepartmentals, one are for the all other accounts.
Right.
As you know, they're reviewed with the chair of Ways and Means and then ultimately posted by Comptroller's Office.
Right. Questions? Okay. Everybody else set? Okay. So C through K, we can make one motion to approve all of those.
Move it.
Second? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is law.
Yeah, so for the record, legislators, the resolution you're to consider is concerning a settlement in SK versus Onondaga County. I recommend we go into executive session.
I move that we go into executive session for the purpose of discussing a settlement of S&K versus Onondaga County.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, this committee will now enter into executive session. All members of the public and any county personnel not involved in this discussion must please leave the room. Thank you.